This is how I find time to work on myself while working a full time job. Now, I don't control whether or not this video is going to be considered toxic productivity or not, but I don't want it to just be another contribution to toxic productivity because this video is actually about time management and putting into light the fact that there's a reason why you feel bad doing quote unquote nothing, playing video games, doom scrolling on your phone, and or binging Netflix. And the reason is because you're not being intentional with your time. You're not being lazy. It's just that you're not being intentional with your time. And you are telling yourself, signaling to yourself that you actually want more out of life. You want something more fulfilling out of life. For example, for me, my default behavior when I'm not being intentional with my time is that I go on my phone. And on my phone, I don't have my phone with me. My phone, I have something installed on there. It's called Marvel Snap, and it's a video game that is just a very big distraction right now. And yeah, I would go on Marvel Snap and would play that game for as long as I feel bad for. And when I start to realize that I'm wasting my time. So that's my default behavior when I'm not being intentional with my time. But before I get any deeper, I want to talk about the difference between progressive work and maintenance work because what I had just talked about with Marvel Snap there, that's my default behavior, right? But when I actually become intentional with when I'm going to be playing Marvel Snap, it becomes like my quote unquote maintenance work. And I don't feel as bad when I do plan out a time that I'll be playing the game. So, for example, 9 p.m., that's when I decide I'll play Marvel Snap. When I play at 9 p.m., I don't feel as bad. And that's because I'm being intentional with it. So, for me, that's considered maintenance work because it keeps my sanity. It keeps me from burning out from doing all of this and, doing my business and, working a 9 to 5. It keeps me sane. And also the 9 to 5, it's also maintenance work. That in itself is maintenance work because I need it to keep the cash flow coming in. And the cash flow is something I need in order to save up and go on trips and, pay my student loans. So those things are maintenance work. Now, progressive work is kind of self explanatory. It's something that will progress you in life and, just something that will level you up. So it's important to bring the different, uh, distinguish the two, progressive work and maintenance work. So from there, we can talk about the first thing that I want to bring up in order to find time to work on yourself while working a full time job. And that's, of course, to learn the importance of blocking out time. And I know it sounds obvious, but if you think of it too, the 9 to 5 is blocked out time. It's 8 hours of blocked time doing something for a company or someone else, right? It's blocked out time. So in order for us to we need to realize the importance of that, like blocking out time. So we gotta take that into our own aspirations, you know, block out time for that. For progressive work, not just maintenance work, because again, there's a difference between the two and both are important in to have in your day-to-day life. So block out time for some progressive work as well as maintenance work and learn how to prioritize them. And that's the second point, prioritizing when to do the progressive work and then the maintenance work. So for me, the progressive work, for you, I guess I'll start there. For you, it could be like starting a new business, a side hustle, a new habit, um, going to the gym. You know, those could be things that you could consider in the progressive work. And for me, what I do is I wake up way before the 9 to 5 and I work on my apps. That is something that I see myself. benefiting from, you know, it will level up my life. So that's what I do. I prioritize that in the morning, and then I do some of the maintenance work later in the day because that's when I'm getting tired and things like that. And, I would want to rest from doing the work throughout the day. So that's how I prioritize. Um, and really, that's all I have for this video. Um, and I guess another thing that I can say is with prioritization is that there will always be more, like if you're ambitious like me, you want to be putting out apps, you want to be fit, you want to be a good dancer and things like that. You know, your day to day can seem like it's full of things to do, like you don't have enough time and things like that. So this is when I say is it's also important to focus on one thing at a time. Focus on one thing intensely at a time, and everything else is kind of just like maintenance work. For example, the gym for me now is just maintenance work. Like it's not intense anymore, and I can put my mind somewhere else. I guess I'm not going anywhere with this, but focus on one thing at a time. Multitasking isn't really a thing. That's why, again, blocking time for specific things is super powerful, because if you think about it, you really can't focus on multiple things at a time. How focus really works is one thing at a time. It's impossible. So I want to plug my app really quick. It's called Duaily. It's a gamified day planner, since we're talking about planning our day and to-do lists and things like that. In the app, you can also dump all the things that you have to do as well, and the app will help you stay accountable, help you get it done, because it has a little motivational gamified element to it, that each time you add a task or complete a task, it will start a streak, and you can also see your stats and things like that. I have more plans for it, so yeah, go check it out down in the description. But what have I said? How I find time to work on myself? I block out time for both progressive work, something that will get me ahead in life, and maintenance work, something that will just, you know, maintain all the things that I need to be doing in my day to day life, like finding time to rest and doing the 9 to 5, of course. So blocking out time, and then learning how to prioritize when to do them, and just your day to day tasks in general. So that's all I have for this video. Again, the links for my apps down in the description. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.